Hello everybody and welcome to a quick little demonstration on how to access all the all about that place content from within the Facebook group, how to best watch the videos that will be dropping tomorrow, and how to do that on a small screen, so a mobile device and possibly some tablets depending on the size of your screen. I will also be recording a separate video on how to use the Facebook group from a desktop or larger screen, because how the Facebook group looks and where the buttons are, etc., does change depending on what device you're on. Please bear in mind that I'm an administrator, so it will look slightly different for me compared to you. I've got some extra bells and whistles that you won't see. Generally speaking, it should be about the same. So I think the number one place for you to look to find video content in order of its release and by day is to go to the guides. Now, if you look here underneath where that big blue manage button is, which won't be on your screen, that's an admin feature, but just so you can see where it is on this top bar, there are a whole load of buttons here, and the one that you want to find is the one that says guides. Now if you click guides, we set up some guides all ready for you to all ready for the main event, and we'll be gradually dropping videos into these guides as and when they are released. You can see we've got one set up ready for each and every day, and we've also got our old Google map from last year by the looks of it in guide 12. Now, if I scroll right back up to the top, to go into a guide, so I want to go into this guide 1, welcome to All About That Place, which does have some posts already put into it. I will click the see all 11 posts. And now I'm in guide 1. There's a little bit of text there for me to read so that I know what I'm looking at. And I can see all of the posts that belong within that guide, and I can interact with these posts. I can like them and I can comment on them just like I could with any other kind of Facebook post. Let's give that one a heart, for example. And obviously when these are videos, there'll be a play button there, so you can click on it and play the video from within the guide itself. Now, you might notice that some of these have got the word done underneath it, and it's kind of greyed out and ticked. That's because I ticked them earlier. When you've viewed a video and you've watched that particular post within the guide, you can click this done button. And then if I go back, you'll see that actually it's ticked that I've looked at each of the posts within that guides section. So it's a really good way of tracking what you've watched and what you haven't watched. If I go back, video posts will also appear in this videos will also appear within the Facebook feed. That's a tongue twister. And your phone or your device may default to a different sort order. So mine is set to show posts in their order of release with newest posts at the top, and I find that easiest. But you can also click on the sort, and you can sort by most relevant, which is what Facebook thinks is most relevant to you. So it's based on an algorithm. Or you can also select recent activity, and this will put whatever post was commented on most recently, that will then shift to the top. So if I click that one, you might find that it's slightly changed the order. And it can be quite easy to think that you're on the new posts sort order when actually you're on recent activity, because quite often they're the same. The newest post is the most recent activity within the Facebook group and therefore goes to the top. But actually, if somebody then goes and comments on a later post, that one will then move to the top on that recent activity view, which is why I find the new posts one a little bit easier to manage. There's also a selection of featured posts, so you can access this from that top button section again. Now these are posts that we've specifically pinned within that feature section, because we think that they are important and that you should go and view them, really. So you can again, within that featured section, you can again, interact with posts just like you would within the feed. Now, lastly, the other fantastic feature that Facebook Groups has that I think people don't always realise is available is this search function. So you can press search and I can search for a keyword. I'm going to use the word Birmingham. And now I can see all the posts that mention the word Birmingham or are tagged with the Birmingham location. I find this really, really handy, especially using this filter at the top of posts you've seen and ticking that. And then it will filter out any posts that you've not previously seen so that all you're seeing is things that you've already found in the past. Now, that might not sound helpful, but when you think about how many times you read something in Facebook, in a Facebook group, and think that was really interesting, I must go look at that later, and then promptly forget about it, and all you can remember is that it was about Birmingham, for example, and you're trawling through that feed trying to find it. I actually think this search function and that ability to tick on posts you've seen is actually surprisingly handy. There's also a lot of other filter options up here as well that you can use, and you can press that clear one to clear them. So you can search by keyword, and that I think also, I'm just going to test it, also includes names of individuals. So now you can see all the posts that I'm tagged in, not necessarily in date order by the looks of it. So I can change that, I think, date posted. Oh yeah, any date. So I could say that I just want to see the 2024 ones. That's helpful. So that's a whistle-stop tour of the All About That Place Facebook group. I really hope that you found it useful.